What up, y'all? What's going on, man? I want to tap in, talk about the big three, man. The big three. Shout out to Ice Cube. They hit Washington, D.C. for the first time. They've hit Philadelphia, the surrounding areas around the DMV. But this was the first time, they hit D.C. And I've been wanting to go to the big three for like maybe 2 years now. Shit, I was even going to go to the West Coast to support. But I've been following, a little bit, of what Ice Cube's been doing, and you read the news and you see a lot of the trials and tribulations that he has to go through as far as the blackballing from the NBA. The NBA not really wanting to get behind him and support him. They try to sabotage him, behind the scenes, telling corporations not to sponsor him, like Nike, Gatorade, and things of that nature. So it's tough, when you're an independent, company, and you're trying to, get funding, get sponsorships, and you also competing too. Competing with the NBA, the WNBA, other sports, platforms as well besides just basketball, And I think for us as a culture, it's not even just hip hop, but just as minorities, black folks, speaking to us, we need to support Ice Cube with the big three, man. I highly recommend. Okay, there's only like I think there's only like two more games. Well, not games, but two more events, I should say, that they're going to be visiting. I can't remember the next cities, but there's only like 2 more weeks, and then that's it. It's pretty much a summer. It's a summer. It's a summer thing. You got the NBA season that normally kicks off about October-ish and goes into June. And right after that, the big three pops right off. So it's like if you love basketball, you getting basketball nonstop. You getting basketball from damn near October all the way to the end of the summer. So, but yeah, man, like it was great though. Like I took my son. My son's 4 years old. I took him. We went. And shout out to my brother Jeremiah. He also went too as well. I was telling him, I'm like, yo, you gotta show up, bro. You gotta show up. You have to show. You gotta support. And it was great, man. I was meeting people along the way, getting inside the Capital One Arena, and it was just an ambiance of people, man. Like it was just good vibes, good energy. I see people taking their kids, family, couples, and things of that nature. It was just great. Like once I got inside, you could just feel the energy inside the venue. You know what I'm saying? Like the lines, concessions, for merchandise, the food, drinks, and things of that nature. They had a dope ass setup where you could take like a picture like Duncan inside of like this cage that they had set up. It was dope as hell. I wanted to do it, my son, you got a 4-year-old, their patience is really, really, really thin. So, what I mean, we took a look and then we just kept moving, got to the seat. But I'm mad though. I was running a little late and I ended up missing the celebrity game. They had the celebrity game. So I guess they do this in every single city that, they hit. And on this particular game, they had Gilly. Gilly's been killing it. Gilly been getting MVP damn near every city. You know what I'm saying? They had Gilly. They had Big Daddy Kane, Dougie Fresh, A Boogie with the hoodie. Who else did they have? Let me see if I can pull it up. Like I thought it was pretty dope, man. Like, and not to mention like we in the 50th year anniversary of hip hop as well. So for them, to bring out like the legends, like the Big Daddy Kanes and the Dougie Fresh, and they also performed too. You know what I'm saying? They also performed, so I thought that was super super dope. But they had Terrell Owens, Matt James, Vernon Davis. They had Simba, Rico Nasty, NLE Chopper. I saw him. He was there actually after the game. He was also still in the crowds, taking pictures, things of that nature. So it was really dope, man. Like it was really really dope. Now, like I wasn't super super familiar as far as with like how the things were run as far as with the games. So from what I understand right now, there's a total of 12 teams. Right now, there's 12 teams, and the way the game is played, it's a half court setting. So it's not a full court; it's a half court setting. They have 4-point line, 3-point line, and then you got the regular field goals, 2 points. They have, the fouls, I think it's like 5 fouls after 5 fouled out. I think whatever team gets 51 points, whoever gets 51 points pretty much wins. So there is no time limit. You know what I'm saying? There's no time limit. They'll get timeouts, little brief intermissions and stuff like that, but it normally goes whoever gets 51 first, that's who wins. You know what I'm saying? So that shit, it can go forever. You know what I mean? Like, it can go forever, but it doesn't though. It actually, like, once it starts hitting like 25, like 30 points, it starts getting serious. Like, it's like, okay, now this is crunch time. You know what I'm saying? So it was fire though. It was fire. Like, they had like in between like certain moments throughout the game, they would have like this fireball. So they had like these big ass like fire blow torches. And they would just go off like random times throughout the game. They would just go off. I don't know if there was like a indication where if like you made a certain basket, it equaled up to a certain amount of points or something like that. But I gotta do a little bit more research on that. But that was dope as hell too as well. But let me see. The two teams that played was Trilogy and Enemies. I know this nigga Crawford, this nigga Jordan Crawford was getting buckets, bro. He was getting buckets, bro. He was getting buckets. He dropped 27. He had 27 points. He had 7 threes. You know what I'm saying? Like he was getting busy. He was getting busy. Who else? They had I saw Nick Young too. I thought he was a coach, but he must be hurt or something. He was just standing on the sidelines. He didn't play. But that was dope. I was like, damn, I look like Nick Young. Like Nick Young was out there. Isaiah Austin, he gave 10 boards. 10 points, eight rebounds. So, he did his thing. But Trilogy, you know what I mean? It was looking, I ain't gonna lie, it was looking a little weak out there, bro. I was looking a little weak out there. Y'all was getting y'all ass busted. If I'm not mistaken, I think Trilogy is coached by Steven Jackson. Shout out to Steven Jackson. You know what I mean? He's the coach for Trilogy. I forgot who's the coach for Enemies. But that game wasn't really that competitive. That was like kind of a blowout. You know what I'm saying? And then we got Triplets versus Ghost Ballers. Now, I know Lisa Leslie, I believe she is the coach for the Triplets, if I'm not mistaken. I think she's the coach for the Triplets. Let me bring up this box score for y'all. I'm gonna put a little link in the description too. So, you know what I mean? Y'all can go check out the highlights and things of that nature because it's real dope. And another thing too that I like, it's probably different when you're watching it on TV, but they also have they catch like segments when the players are like getting intense and they about to like argue, look like they about to fight or something of that nature. Like the way that they capture it, and then they clip it up, edit it, and then put it like on Instagram and things of that nature. Like it's fire. It's fire. It's real fire. But yeah, Joe Johnson, Joe Johnson, man. Joe Johnson, he get busy. He's known as a lethal shooter. That's all his name's all I heard ringing throughout the Big Three. But it was dope to get to see him. And he got busy. He's the reason why, the Triplets won. You know what I'm saying? Tonight. He put up 24 points. You know what I'm saying? Had 10 boards. He was doing his thing, man. Jeremy gave you 17 points as well. For the Ghost Ballers, Mike Taylor had 15. Jonathan Simmons did his thing. He had 15 as well. But pretty much, that last game right there was very competitive, very, very competitive, man. I think Joe Johnson, he hit a shot, he got fouled, and then he got sent to the line. All he had to do was make one free throw, and they pretty much won the game. And he don't miss. He knocked that down. So that was dope, though, man. It was real dope, man. They also brought out Sugar Bear. He did the "Doing the Butt" song. You know what I'm saying? That was dope. That was real dope. Then Ice Cube got up. He performed. You know what I'm saying? So it was really, really dope, man. Like I can see this pretty much being in like all the major cities. And as far as like the major cities like having their own team, like DC, New York, Atlanta, Texas, California, St. Louis, Chicago. Like I can see like the major cities having a professional team. And I think hopefully that's like the goal that they're going towards, because you gotta look at it like this, bro. For a small, league such as the Big Three to be performing and playing in arenas like Capital One, the Barclays, Staples Center, like they're like having games in these type of capacities, and they may not open up the whole entire arena, but like for example tonight they sold a good amount of tickets. Like it was packed. It was packed. Like the 100s and the floor section was all sold out. Like there was no seats in it. Maybe like a couple like in between, but it just goes to show like a lot of people are just finding out about the big three. So for him to like Ice Cube going on big platforms like the Breakfast Club and I don't even know if he's been on ESPN on like First Take or things of that nature. That's another thing too. Like I think you got to get people like Shannon Sharp, Stephen A. Smith. You know what I'm saying? People that have big following and that's journalists in the sports arena to definitely come out and support. They need it, man. They need it. It'd be dope to see like I know LeBron has supported in the past, but it just be fire, like see LeBron come out. You know what I'm saying? Like see Hove come out, Nas come out. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that would really help push, man, and get them the sponsorships. I believe one of the big sponsorships they have is a Monster Energy drink. You know what I'm saying? Monster Energy drink. So I I'm just very surprised, man. Like I said, like a company like Gatorade, Nike, even like McDonald's, you know what I'm saying? Like Burger King, like these big, corporations. And from what Cube said, like the NBA is pretty much telling them, like, yo, don't rock with them. If you rock with them, we're not rocking with you. And we all know the NBA generates billions and billions of dollars. You know what I'm saying? But I do strongly believe that I hope and pray that Cube doesn't get, discouraged. And hopefully he gets to continue support and keeps going and keeps going and keeps going. Because I'm telling you, you have to go and just support and just get a feel of it. Even if before you go, like watch it on TV. Watch it on TV. And if it's coming to a city near you, go out and support, man. Definitely go support. You can't catch it, this year because they kind of towards the end of the season. They're in the playoffs right now. Next year, make sure you guys go out and support, man. But yeah, man, I just wanted to, just give y'all, a little something, of my experience, going to the big three. Um, I gotta get some more merch, man. Like the shirts that they had, they didn't fit me, man. I was trying to get a hat. That's what I really wanted. But I'm gonna go to the website, and I'm gonna purchase some merchandise. I'm gonna spend my money like me, man. I'm really trying to support Black. And I'm not just throwing money at anything Black. It gotta be something of, substance, something of professionalism, good quality, good customer service. I'm gonna spend my money. I'd rather spend my money with people that look like me over anything. You know what I'm saying? So gotta support Cube, man. Shout out to everybody that subscribed to the channel. If you're not subscribed, make sure you guys subscribe. And if you have attended the big three, let me know. Let me know what city. Let me know what team y'all rock with. Let me know what players that's playing in the big three that I need to go check out. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I'm definitely tapped in. Like once I've experienced the shit live and I really got a gist and understanding of what it is he's trying to do and what it is this league is, I'm tapped in. I'm gonna do my thing. Like I said, I'm gonna do a recap of next week's game that's going down. And we're gonna keep rocking, man. We're gonna support, man. It's your boy Cito. I'm out of here, y'all. Peace.